another. So now we'll talk more on TA. So this week I'm going to spend more time because situation is tricky. So at least so in my previous session I talked about uh, BTC and also major the trade planning. In this one, I will again come back to TA stuff and then go through all right, and then Q&A, and don't leave. We had to go through Prism. It's amazing. Okay, I'll let you decide how it is, but I'm very excited about it. Okay, so BTC, as I mentioned, I'm neutral because it hasn't broken February low. As simple as that. Right, the structure is intact. Right, this is more like an expanding pattern, not a parallel channel, but expanding pattern, like a light beam. Right. So this is, let's say, beginning touch, 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 touch. So it could go up from here like this, right? And sometime angle changes. Remember, these trend lines are tricky. The angle changes like this. So like angle changes like this. So it could change like this. And sometime it changes you have to do a total horizontal scaling like this also. So when you do horizontal, that is what you do. And in that case also, if you extend this all the way, then also this is expanding channel. If I extend like this, and then with green is also expanding. In this case, instead of this trend line at angle, now it's more horizontal. So anyways, point is, this is still consolidation whether you like it or not. But because this is more on a lower end, this requires attention, because this can drift down. And as I mentioned in my previous session, that something has happened to crypto market, which no reason is not known, but something is not right. That's what I can say, because it doesn't make sense why it is behaving this way when the macro factors are in favor. So we cannot go against market. The smart people align with the market, right? So this is the important thing, that your desire doesn't matter. My desire doesn't matter, right? What market wants to do matters. So we can have our expectation, but our expectation cannot lead or drive our buying or selling. That will be the mistake. And these are the differences between a good trader and bad trader. Basically, there are not many differences, but basic rules. Okay, so trading, don't take personal level. See what market is trying to do. If there's cloudy, take umbrella, because there could be rain. Simple thing. If it is nice and sunny, you may skip it. As simple as that. This is cloudy. Understand, this is cloudy. Okay, so precaution is required here. Okay, when it breaks above and settle above here, then I had added this orange box for a reason. Remember, this is not for anything. And then this pink box was added also for a reason, which we are going to see on a weekly. I'm going to zoom out with Bitstamp. And we had a few drawings, remember, on a weekly. This is from last week. And so this is the low, and this is yellow. Remember, this is not green, yellow means this is a likelihood of occurring. At this moment, this is still in the game, but this is a decisive level, and then it could follow the red, but it could bounce from here and then follow the yellow and then follow the green as well, right? Like this. And I had added this box for a reason. I had added this box for a reason, to show you that this is consolidation phase. This is recovery wave. And that's part of this. This is consolidation. So consolidation happens at different level, which I'm not going to cover because it was covered in last week. So I'm not going to repeat. That you can refer the recording, right? And hope you're watching. If you're not attending live, at least refer my weekly video, because whatever I mention is so important from a trend point of view. And that is the ultimate guide in my, because every day you can have judge the price. What we discuss here is super critical. Okay, so you see simple scenario, and this is visually also so simple. Yeah, so this is the recent bottom, nice uptrend. This is nice consolidation. Nothing wrong with the consolidation at this moment, unless it breaks below this and starts going and follow this red arrow, then only it would be in trouble. And but weekly trend point of view, the trend will be broken somewhere around 19k 20k level range. Still it could go down and touch its 20k range, and people will be devastated or amazed or go crazy. And I'll happily say that there is opportunity even if it touches 20. But if one has no money, didn't put a stop, that person will be in trouble even with 20k. Remember, those who are stopped out, and I'm not going to repeat because it is covered and recorded, you know it what I'm, those who are stopped out would be having money to spend and try again. I'm not saying 20k is a savior, even if it goes 20k, but imagine those who followed the trade, those in my scenario I mentioned 1% loss, and buys here at 20k somewhere down and then goes up, that person is going to end up with more position. See the fun. And people don't understand that even 20k is not going to break this recovery. But don't interpret that one has to hold up to 20k. It's up to you. It's up to you, right? I explained it. So don't interpret because it's not white, it's black. So when I say it 20k is not going to break weekly, it doesn't mean that up to 20k you do nothing. Don't take exact meaning. Don't try to read the between the line. Take the literal meaning. Okay, don't try to interpret other way around. So interpreting that 20k, holding 20k is fine only if it is fine to you, right? To me, it's not fine. Anyway, so the pattern in that case, so if it fails and breaks below, let's say the pattern I see is simple, where it could actually form a nice arch pattern point of view and goes for upside. Okay, like this. Of course, if it breaks below, I mean, we have to have, these are checkpoints, remember, these are key. And this is not about price, exact price, because when it comes close, I'm going to give you exact price, exact support. This is more design. This is more, roadmap like this. So it is not exact dollar value or range. This is more of a design, path or shape. So this is important. 19k range, 20k range is where the pattern, another pattern will emerge. Again, a decision. Of course, it breaks below, and if it comes down, it's horrible, horrible. Then this is also not done deal. I'm not saying trend the recovery trend will break. Of course, recovery trend will break, but this will be another pattern. It's called double bottom, because this is not double bottom yet. This is bottom. It can come down all the way here, double bottom, and then goes up. You see, so there are a lot of things. There could be many patterns before it makes new low. So anyone who is thinking new low now is dreaming. Anyone who is thinking 100k now is dreaming. These are extremists. We are not extremists. We think rationally, and we try to make money, right? In both the directions, if possible. Okay, so yeah, right. So this is weekly, super simple. So I added new drawing this week because it's here not somewhere here. Otherwise, I would not have added. In this week, if it would have gone up, then this new drawings were not needed. But now we have to add it to cover the scenario, right? But even though in that case, it's not doomsday, right? Yes, loss in value, but not doomsday. So that's why every week we'll have a checkpoint like this, and you will come to know about it. Okay, so I hope you find this useful. This is it for Bitcoin. What we'll do is we'll look into different altcoins. Okay, when we look the altcoins, we are going to see how they perform with respect to the recent low, recent drop, right? We are going to see their strength. And when you go through this list, you know that if you have to choose which coin makes sense. So that's why we have to go through. At this moment, Bitcoin is super important, but why we are looking at other coins, because they are following Bitcoin. I mean, none of the coin is doing differently, as you can see right now from the active list point of view, right? But what we are going to see here is who is doing better, because remember, this is the time where they are get tested, right? When the Bitcoin goes up, everything goes up. That's not the real test. The real test is this: when the Bitcoin is under pressure, and then you see which coin is performing well. And next time when you have to choose, you know that okay, you have a reference. That's why we are doing this. Okay, so now look at Atom. Atom is near support, right? So this is still good. And you see how you compare the structure. Now, the Bitcoin is close to the Feb low, Atom is not. So Atom is stronger than Bitcoin. I'm just giving you examples, you get that eyesight. So Atom is stronger than Bitcoin, but percentage movement point of view, it moves more, right? So, but as far as, so this is the low, and this is then higher low, and then this is the so from a December point of view, my bad. Can I take my words back? Sorry, my bad. I totally mistaken. So Atom is not stronger than Bitcoin. I made a mistake. So Atom actually made new low from Feb point of view. This is December low. I totally mixed up. So BTC hasn't made new low or Feb low. Atom made new low. So BTC is stronger. So you have to compare with BTC. Right? I'm going to give few examples because otherwise it's just a repetition otherwise. AVAX. So AVAX also made new low, right? And it's at support. BNB is holding up. This is February low, so it's holding up. So this is relatively stronger. But personally, there's so much of news. I'm thinking I should drop BNB from the list. I'm just thinking, but we'll keep it for now. But I would raise a flag because I'm not sure about Binance. So for now, I'm raising a red flag. I would like to drop BNB, but since there's no concrete news, I don't want to drop an assumption. So I would keep it, but with a red flag. Doge, I think it's in trouble. Elon, as I mentioned, this is Elon driven coin. Nobody else gave attention to this one until Elon started paying attention and so on. The coin is good because it is mined with LTC. Only thing is there's no finite supply and other things, and there's no real application. So there are other fundamental factors which are not strong other than, so only fundamental factor good is Elon. And he tweeted that his focus is not crypto, but AI yesterday. and which was strange. So in other words, that means the Doge has no, I don't know, he didn't mention Doge, but he mentioned crypto. So we can assume that that means he may not focus on Doge. Who knows? Possibly. Again, that's an assumption. DOT also breaking below FAB low on support, rejected here. EGLD more or less the same level, holding up near support. Ethereum similar to Bitcoin, I would say, similar structure. Another thing about Ethereum that I would like to say, Ethereum hasn't done anything that is different than Bitcoin. So sometime, I mean, price action point of view, Ethereum makes no sense unless it diverges from Bitcoin. It could, it's not happening now, but it could. So at this moment, personally, I never pay attention. You haven't seen me tweeting much on Ethereum. And the simple reason is it is just a shadow of Bitcoin in terms of price action. So there's nothing new about Ethereum. Fundamentally very different and more promising, but price action point of view, it's just a shadow. That's why I don't talk much about it. FIL is in trouble, very weak this week, especially. Last week was not bad because it was support. This is no good now. No good. It's erasing its gain rapidly. And it has its tendency. Nice pump and then loses, nice pump and loses, nice pump and now losing. This has, but only difference is this time this pump was more not just one-off pump like this or like this. This is a good one, but comparing to this one actually, where Bitcoin also did well, right? Last year, last year now. And this is something similar. So not at risk level because this is still above February low because it went up so much. Percentage wise, it's not good. But Feb low is this, so this is still a strong coin from a trend point. The trend is not broken. If you look at this is low, this is low. Trend is not broken yet. But this is not bouncing. That's why it's no good at this moment. When it starts bouncing, recovers above, let's say blue R1, then we can say it's back. Not now. FTM touched the support, showing weakness, right? Yeah, Feb low, made new low. So we can clearly see that. Matic is one of the strongest one, we know that, right? This is December low, but it also breaking below Feb low, right? This is not good. But it's retracing from R2. And I mentioned when it hit the R2 that it hits the resistance. Right? Somebody is holding, it's a choice. But right now it's falling. So, of course, cannot be touched. Sandcoin, not looking good. Made already new and not looking good to me. This is one of the weakest one. SOL also losing. So SOL is flat, on an average basis. Maybe it didn't do much. This is still above Feb. Not bad. Just still, this is more like Bitcoin from a structure point of view. FET is holding up, crazy coin. Look at this. Look at the wave. I mean, amazing strength. So this is, I would say, this is the strongest coin in the list at this moment. Of course, because this is fast moving coin, the percentage wise it moves. But as far as strength of a like trend point of view, this is the strongest one. And I think we are going to see the prism. It's going to be very interesting. So we'll see how they look like on prism. Mina coin has broken the support, so this is useless unless it breaks above. I'm not going to give you another support in this one because this is BTC driven, so this cannot be touched. It has to break above support one to be back in the game, or when BTC starts bouncing, either way. Sometimes you know that some coins are so weird, they start making move before BTC start making move. So hypothetically, let's say Mina starts pumping, BTC is not bouncing. So that's why I'm giving alternative. Then if it starts, then S1 makes sense. Then we can say it's back, not in between, not little bit of bounce. It has to break up S1. So either BTC should show substantial bounce, or this goes above prior support. RNDR is in big trouble. It broke the support. Look at the 9% drop is, but trend is still good. Trend is still good, but this is ugly drop. So cannot touch it. When can we touch? Again, the same thing. If it breaks above support, then it makes sense. Not now. This is like this is falling knife. No matter how much love you love this coin, PA point of view, this is falling knife. APT is also not looking good this week. Trend is intact. This fall is not good. It has to break our support for it to be back. Same story. A new coin also breaking below this one, so no good. So same statement. It has to break above the support for it to be back. Okay, so that ends the updates for all the coins. I think I should sort this one. I made a mistake. I keep those 5 newly added coin on at the bottom and didn't sort. So anyways, so with this one, I complete updates on coins. So summary is, I think this is very tricky situation. If BTC doesn't bounce, it could drift towards 20K, 19K kind of a range. And in that case, also will be beaten up badly as expected. And yeah, if BTC bounces, you know that BTC analysis channel is where you will look, you will get updates. But on a weekly basis, if I had to say, I think it's looking for a new low. From new low means not December low. New low means below Feb low, but it is not broken yet. So not to assume, but if it breaks below Feb low, so then it could go for 20K or even 90K, that range. And that's something we'll see when it happens. So at this moment, as I said, I'm neutral because the Feb low is not broken. So that's my summary. And of course, you can ask more questions. Question answers are not recorded, so I'm going to stop my recording here.